Hello again, Honky Tonks. Excuse the shadow, there's nothing I can do about it whatsoever. Maybe I can capitalise on it and say it's my bodyguard because I'm getting death threats, who knows. Anyway. Now, I've noticed in a lot of comments, replies to my videos recently, people are asking, why doesn't King Charles do anything about Keir Starmer and this government? Why doesn't he step in? Why doesn't he take over, etc.? He can't. Well, he could, but he won't. He daren't. Because if he did that, then at the next meeting they have every Friday between Prime Minister and the King, or the monarch, which has happened every year since, I believe, one of the King Georges, correct me in the comments, Keir Starmer will bring up the issue and say, well, if you do this to me, I will trigger a referendum on the monarchy. And the monarchy is on thin ice at the moment. They may seem popular, but they're not. King Charles isn't his mother, the late Queen Elizabeth. He will never, ever fill her shoes. She did such a great job as Queen that no one could really emulate her or eclipse her, you know, how she did things. No way. Charles is so unpopular that any referendum on the monarchy now would end them, and that's what Keir Starmer would threaten them with. And I was wondering this myself years ago, why doesn't a monarch ever step in when the government gets it drastically wrong? And I remember there was a programme, I think it was on the BBC, again, correct me in the comments, but it was called House of Cards, an excellent 3-part series. It was copied by the US, not as good, but it was good. If you like political cloak and dagger, all that stuff, then intrigue, and it's just brilliant. It really is good. The acting is phenomenal. And the guy who plays Francis Urquhart he is spot on. And there's a scene where, I think it's the 3rd series, where the king really tries to screw him over when he's Prime Minister. And then they have one of these meetings and he says, well, if you do this to me, then I'll do this to you. I'll trigger a referendum and the public will reject you. And what are you going to do then? That's why Charles won't do it. And it's true, I've looked into it. It's a selfish move by Charles, and it's like a contract. It's an understanding the monarchy have had with the House of Commons ever since the Civil War, and we know how that turned out. Of course, the king does have extensive powers. He could walk into Parliament one day and just close it down. He has that power. He is cloaked in great power. He really is. But all they do now, the royal family, are ceremonial stuff, pomp and ceremony, opening shopping centres, talking to patients, walking around, waving, saying hello, spending taxpayers' money. Or if you like Prince Andrew, then spend it on pizzas. I think apart from visiting violence and utter tyranny on its own people, this government under Keir Starmer is as bad as it gets. It's so unpopular. Even then, I don't think Charles would intervene. He'd sit there in his palace and protect his wealth, privilege and family and position. And that's why they're doing it. It's a completely selfish decision. So don't go hoping that King Charles will help the people soon to deliver us from Keir Starmer's socialist, Marxist evil. It ain't going to happen, folks. Even Elizabeth wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. No monarch would do it. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen. It'll be a referendum. They'd be voted out. And then what? What do we have? We have someone like, imagine someone like Keir Starmer as head of state. The Americans had Joe Biden as head of state. They had Obama as head of state. They've had so many unpatriotic idiots who've sold out their own country for money, etc., as head of state with no threats of being removed whatsoever. I mean, look how many times Donald Trump was impeached during his first term as president, and that didn't remove him. They've tried impeaching him again recently. It's just desperate. They really are desperate. But what I'm saying is, it's better to have a monarchy as head of state that know their place and don't step out of line. And while they can at any given moment dismiss a prime minister, a government, even the parliament, they won't do it. Otherwise, it'll put their own position in grave jeopardy, and democracy must reign. Yeah, Keir Starmer's in power at the moment, unfortunately, but we've got the choice to remove him, and that'll happen, ladies and gents, at the next general election. The Labour Party haven't got a hope in hell of winning, and if they think they do, then they're very deluded. So there we go. I hope that explains everything for you. Watch House of Cards, the British version. It really is. It's superior British drama at its best. It really is, if you like that stuff. Anyway, I'm done. There we go. I'm past 49. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. As usual, your comments are just fantastic. They really are. And hit the sub button if you haven't yet. Share my stuff everywhere. Because YouTube have put the brakes on my channel for some reason. Go figure. And that's that. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day, and Roger Trout.